What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming back to another episode of the Total Softball High School Player of the Year race. Donnie Dreyer is here with Total Softball. I am Lauren Plants, and we are here to give you an update on what's happening. And again, we talked about it on the TV side of things. Just quickly tease that we have no changes this week, but still obviously tons of activity. I know that you just last weekend were at the Stars tournament checking out some of our players.
Yeah, finally got to see some good softball on Sunday. And one of the great performances we saw, and I anticipate that Grace Leto is going to be moving in the near future to our top 10. She had a great performance from Eaton Rapids against Millington and Gabby Sherman. Both pitchers pitched awesome. Grace was just a little bit better. She actually had a perfect game going into the last inning, ended up beating Millington 2-1. But both pitchers facing great offenses, and Leto just continues to shine.
And it was beautiful weather for the first time in a long time.
It is. I can't wait, if it comes to fruition, to see Grace Leto go against Gabby Salo from Escanaba. If they get there, I think it's in the semis that they'll run into each other. That will be a great game.
That will be epic. All right, so what's happening?
So on our top 10 list, another one I want to get a shout out for is Tessa Nuss. I think she's within 10 of the consecutive all-time stolen base. She's never been thrown out in high school, and we'll keep track and hopefully be able to see her break that record. But she's great things.
Yeah, Matt Mowry wrote a great article on Tessa that you can catch at statechampsnetwork.com right now.
Yeah, so here's some other ones that we didn't mention. Alexis Bonk from South Lyons, who was on our watch list. Yeah. She had a 19K performance against Walled Lake Northern, who was a top 10 team. Wow. So I thought that was pretty awesome. As soon as we took Sierra Kirsten off our top 10, she hits a couple bombs. Right. So I anticipate that it won't be too long before she's back on the top 10 list. Howell keeps cranking out the great players. Maddie Gillette's hitting over 600, and Avery Wolverton, I believe she's got 8 or 9 home runs now. So both of them complimenting Militello and Molly Carney. So they get a great internal battle going on there. A kid that we haven't talked about, Grace Nido from Mercy. Last had a doubleheader this week, went 7 for 8, and now she's up to 550. So complimenting Maggie Murphy at Mercy really well. We'll keep an eye on Grace. A school that we haven't talked about, Livonia Franklin. Haley Bennett got off to an early start. I think she had a 9 for 9 day, hitting just over 700. Not sure where she's currently at, but she was off to a great start. And then Taylor Keegley from Anchor Bay. She's hitting around 500, but 11 home runs. And that just kind of snuck up us. I had no idea that she had. They got a number of kids that are doing really well there, but 11 home runs this early in the season is pretty awesome. And then another kid I wanted to highlight from Lincoln, Kaylee Hotchkiss, is hitting about 550. So you see, we're getting great performances, not only from kids on our list, but kids that want to be on our list.
Absolutely. They're playing their way in. You've addressed this before, but the amount of home runs that we're seeing, it's so unprecedented. Obviously, what Nadalny has done at Lance Cruz, that she is, could be the national leader. Why do you feel that's happening again?
Well, I'll give you a perfect example, but we talk about the technology of the bats. We can talk about the mounds being back, but these kids' swings are just that much better, and the instructors that they're going to see it's just becoming more of a power game. And I'll give you a perfect example. Alyssa Holo from South Lyon East. I saw her on Sunday, and I said, that is just a completely different swing. A year ago, nice athlete, great player, on pace to make a Division I college team, but wasn't swinging with the athleticism that she's capable of. And these kids are just cutting it loose. They're not afraid to swing and miss anymore. They understand that strikeouts are part of the game. And a lot of times in years past, I watched kids, they looked like they were swinging like they were afraid to miss the ball. They're not afraid to miss the ball anymore because they like it when it goes out of the park.
Well, there you go. And you're right. It is a combination of things, like a perfect storm of athleticism. Obviously, a lot of these kids even focus maybe a little more on the training aspect. You know what I mean? Yeah, big part of it. And again, great instruction, whether it is with their high school team, obviously legendary coaches still out there that really know how to teach the game, as well as, these kids who are getting that instruction in the summer and in the off season. So it's amazing, and I think it's just going to continue. And I think it may just be routine that every year we start resetting the home run record for the state of Michigan. But hey, that's a good thing. So, and again, still having great pitching as well, and performances like a 19 strikeout effort shows you that it is not a juiced ball or anything of that nature. So that is this week's update. Again, we love hearing from you, so if there are players that need to be on our radar and we should be checking out, again, it's a big state and there's a lot of teams, please do that. You can go to our contact page at statechampsnetwork.com and let us know. Of course, you can direct message us on Twitter or comment on Facebook, and we promise we'll take an active look at that player. And again, weren't any changes this week. Very well could be changes next week as this flurry of activity. Last thing I do want to mention is and I don't have the numbers in front of me now, but we do have quite a good battle going on in the voting competition at statechampsnetwork.com.
Brooke edged ahead again over Maggie, so I don't know where it's at, minute by minute, but they're both really close.
It was within 100 votes for the most part, and they're well over 5,000 each now for them. And that will, of course, climb. And by the time you check this out, it could be twice that. So, again, go to our website and vote, because the leading vote getter, no matter what's going on, and again, so many players on the tip of getting in, they are automatically in the race. They will not be removed if they are the leading vote getter. So, do it around statechampsnetwork.com. We'll see you next week.